Tá. Gente, tomara que seja só esse cara de serra elétrica, né? Aí se tiver outro... Apesar que eu tenho uma arma boa aqui também ainda. Um tirinho bom. Sai daí.
I still had to reach Barry at the cabin, but at least I was out of the woods. I'd have to get the car from the locked garage. It would get me back to Barry faster, and the headlights were a welcome bonus.
Encontre a chave da garagem. Sai daqui, sai. Opa. Nem vi isso aqui, chat.
The FBI agent's command froze me in place. I considered surrender. It was all falling apart anyway. I could give in, let someone else deal with it. But it felt all wrong. Call it instinct, his posture, the way he held the gun. He was no friend. Shots ringing in my ears, I leaped for the hole in the fence and stumbled into the darkness beyond.
As ordens do agente do FBI me fizeram parar subitamente. Eu pensei em me render. Tudo estava dando errado mesmo. Eu poderia desistir, deixar nas mãos de outra pessoa. Mas pareceu errado. Chame isso de instinto. Sua postura, a forma como ele segurava a arma, ele não era amigável. Com os disparos zumbindo em meus ouvidos, eu me joguei pelo buraco na cerca e me lancei à escuridão. Eita, pô. Então vai ter FBI, gente. Deixa eu engatilhar aqui, né? A gente não sabe o que pode encontrar, né? Então vamos engatilhar. Tá, chat, aqui não tem nada, chat.
I had to find the key to the garage.
Estamos tentando, né? Meu amigo vai estar aqui no banheiro feminino. Fudeu, né?
I needed the garage key to get to the car.
Ah, de novo a TV, meu pai. Aqui.
A story is not a machine that does what you tell it. A story is a beast with a life of its own. You can create it, shape it, but as the story grows, it starts wanting things of its own. Change one thing and you set off a chain reaction of events that spreads through the whole thing. The characters have to be true to themselves. The events need to follow a logic that fits the story. A single flaw and the magic is gone. The story dies. Alice dies.
Cara, será que é toda máquina de escrever que tem poder, alguma coisa assim? Ah, vai tomar no teu cu, filha da puta. Vai dar cagaço no teu pai. Fica dando cagaço na gente, chat. Pelo amor de Deus, cara. Para com isso. Entre no veículo. Meu Deus, eu não sei de... Meu amigo. Toma. Nossa, a gente dirige pra caralho, hein? Aí. Chat, tem algum problema na bateria, chat. Vai ter, né? Quer ver? Você quer postar quando vai acabar a bateria, chat? Chat, não dá pra ir por ali, chat. E agora? Ai! Chat, eu não consigo, não sei onde é que eu tenho que ir, chat. Meu amigo! Fudeu. Gente, o carro quebrou. Eu acho que eu devia ter descido. Ai, Cacilda. Acho que eu devia ter descido, chat.
The flare gun was probably the best weapon I could imagine against the dark things I was facing.
Que? Entendi nada, chat. Puta que eu tava com a arma errada. Eu tava com a arma errada. Errada demais, chat. Toma. Ai! Me! Não tem nada aqui não, chat. Ah, meu pai amado, eu vim pra cá à toa, cara. Podia ter corrido pra caralho. Isso, pula. Pula assim mesmo. Tá, beleza. Beleza. De novo meu telefone de graça.
It was the kidnapper.
You son of a bitch! Where's my wife?
Enough horseplay, Wake. You deliver the manuscript, and you can have your woman back. Simple as that.
I don't... Listen. Listen. I'm gonna need time to finish it. I still need to write the ending. I need... a week.
It's not done.
I need a week.
2 days. The old Bright Falls coal mine is nearby. You can find it easy, city boy. The main building, there at noon. You bring the manuscript, you'll get your wife. If not, well, get me?
Yes, I get you.
Tem nada aqui, né? Não é pra cá, chat. Pô. Ô, chat, vocês ficam falando coisa pra mim. Não é aqui, chat. Eu falei. Calma que essa porra tá descansando. Meu Deus, vai ter 500 mil bichos. Quer ver agora? Agora a gente vai morrer. Certeza. Ah, meu pai, pra que tem isso aí?
Barry had talked about birds over the phone.
Sinalizadores? Pega tudo, pô. Vai precisar. Puta que pariu, entendi agora. Errou! Ai! Chat, acabou a pilha. Ele vai vir. Toma. Erramos.
You can open the door now. They're gone.
Aê! Ei. Meu Deus, o cara tá velho, cara. O cara cansa muito fácil o chat. Ó, abre aí, porra. Caralho! Porra, lá naquele lado, sério mesmo? Acho que era pra cá, chat.
Hey, Al. I'm sorry for thinking you were having a psychotic episode, man.
Ah, agora me confia em mim agora?
I sent Barry to the town to ask around about a man fitting the kidnapper's description. He'd go through the archives of the local paper. Perhaps he could learn something. Anything about the island and the cabin that had disappeared. The man wanted a manuscript. I had to try to write him one to get Alice back. For me, the supernatural had always been nothing but a metaphor for the human psyche, a tool to use in writing fiction. Now, it was happening for real, and I couldn't put a single word on paper.
Barry Wheeler speaking.
is Rose.
Rose?
I found Mr. Wake's pages.
Oh, you sweet, brilliant girl.
Could you and Mr. Wake come get them? I live in the trailer park outside the town.
We'll be there in less than an hour.
I know.
See you soon.
Have a great day. Hope you come back soon.
Hmm.
Welcome to the old dear diner.
Good girl.
Me. Ô, Doisel, bom dia, mano.
Come here. Pretty please. Can you tell me where I am? You
Jogão, mano. Ah, tá da hora pra caramba.
say something.
Fim de episódio 2.
Previously on Alan Wake, Alice has been kidnapped.
Alan, please help me.
Alice?
You'll do exactly what I say if you ever want to see your wife again.
I can't tell anyone except my agent Barry.
Damn it, Barry, they'll kill her. You're my best friend, and I'm worried that you're not right in the head.
The ransom is a manuscript I supposedly wrote that's coming true before my eyes.
It happened just the way it was on that page.
Não, mano, não joguei o original.
I have found only a few scattered pages.
I want the entire manuscript.
The deadline is in 2 days.
Eu não tinha videogame antes, mano. É a primeira vez que eu tenho videogame. Nunca tive antes. Episódio 3 de resgate.
How the hell did she get her hands on the manuscript anyway?
I don't know. She's resourceful. I told you you were too hard on her.
Ah, pode dizer que eu nunca tinha. Tive antes, sim. Tive o Xbox One.
I was digging around.
Yeah.
Mr. Wake, it's Sheriff Breaker.
Mas tipo na geração do Play 1, Play 2.
Agent Nightingale.
FBI.
Eu nunca tive Play, na verdade. É a primeira vez que eu tenho um Play.
You'd better come to the station.
Xbox eu já tive a partir do 360. Mas tipo 4, 5 anos depois, né? Que foi lançado.
Help you folks? Name's Randolph. I'm the manager.
We're looking for Rose. Works as a waitress down at the diner.
Rose, sure. Nice girl. Who wants to know?
I'm Alan Wake.
The writer, huh? I heard on the radio you were visiting. Well, I'll show you her trailer. That Rose, she's a nice girl. Always pays her rent on time.
As I was saying, Al, I found all sorts of weird stuff from the local newspaper's archives. This place is crazy. Disappearances, mysterious deaths, urban legends come true, and get this, most of this stuff takes place around Cauldron Lake.
Well, you ain't wrong, mister. The Indians thought the lake was a doorway to the underworld. I'm the God-fearing type myself. I don't hold with that sort of thing.
Yeah, okay. Anyway, there was an island there owned by a guy called Thomas Zane. Now, some of the articles I found about him make him out to be a famous writer, but I ran a bunch of searches, couldn't find a single thing he wrote. Zane was heavily into diving, so much so that the place came to be called Diver's Isle. But the volcano under the lake erupted in 1970, and Zane went down with the island.
Ok. Estamos no capítulo 3, chat. Tem que seguir ele. Tô pedindo um pouquinho mais rápido, né? A guria é só gente boa porque paga o aluguel em dia pra acabar, né?
Yeah, how about that? It was there in the morning, as if it had fallen from the sky. But it would take a tornado to lift something like that. We're damn lucky it didn't crush any of the trailers.
Como é que
Come
uma...
on, mister. I'll take you to Rose's trailer.
Vamos então, filho.
gets better. A local girl, Barbara Jagger, drowned in Cauldron Lake just a week earlier. They were lovers.
Sure, Jagger's a local spook story. The Scratching Hag comes for you in the dark. Childish stuff like that.
Anyway, Al.
Já jogou esse jogo, Carraro?
All of the articles about this stuff were written by Cynthia Weaver. I asked
Original?
around, and she's that
Eu não lembro se a gente já
bad
conversou
lady
sobre
you
isso.
met.
What, the lamp lady? She can be a little loopy, but she's not.
Aqui não é a casa dela, né, filho?
Yeah, anyway, she knew both Jagger and Zane before they both died, and she had some kind of a breakdown.
Well, mister, this here's Rose's trailer. You mind me asking what you want with her?
We're just here to talk to her, pal.
É. Alô? Rose? Tem uma garrafa ali.
Welcome to... Oh dear. Mr. Wake. I'm so glad you're here.
Rose, you have my manuscript?
Oh. Oh yes. Yes. Please, come in.
Tá estranha, né? A gente sabe que ela tá estranha, que a véia tava controlando lá.
Really good.
Rose,
Yes,
my manuscript. I really need it.
I understand. I know what you need. A muse to inspire you.
Oh, for Barry? She doesn't have anything.
Yeah, hey, Al, what's... Oh...
Barry! What?
Putz, deu ruim, sabia? Deu ruim, chat.
It's coming for you, hiding in my barber's skin. I'm too weak to stop it. You must turn the lights on.
I promised I'd come visit you and your lovely wife. You must finish what you started. I insist.
You must turn the lights on. Turn the light on.
Back to work, boy.
Que beleza, hein, chat?
I felt nauseous, hungover. Only anger kept me going.
Saia do trailer.
From dream anymore, but it seems I have an imaginary editor to help me. She's an old woman in a funeral dress. I call her Barbara Jagger. She's very strict. I'm writing faster and faster. My manuscript is being heavily revised. The edits are getting very aggressive, and each day there's less of me and more of her. I hate it, but I know she's right. She promises me I can save Alice this way. She knows more of this than I do. About the complex incantation I'm attempting. About this place. She's worked with another writer under similar circumstances, Thomas Zane. The genre of the story seems to be shifting. It's turning into a horror story. I'm getting close. I can feel it.
Tá. Saia do trailer, chat. Vamos sair do trailer.
Rose took a day from me. I had less than 12 hours left to meet the kidnapper. All I could do was get Barry into the car, work something out once I got on the road.
Welcome to the Oh Dear Diner. What can I get you today? Coffee?
I couldn't work up much hate for Rose. Something had used her to get to me and left its mark.
First refill is free. Milk and sugar on the counter there. Would you like to hear today's specials?
Coitada, cara.
Thank you. A nice day. Come back soon.
Coitadinha, coitadinha, chat.
Barry was out of it. He was way too heavy to carry.
right. I deserve more money. I'm so
É sério isso, chat? Tchau, 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 tchau.
My gun and flashlight were gone. I'd have to find a way to get Barry into the car as quickly as possible. There was no time to waste.
Novas. Tá sem coisa de novo. Quantas? Oh, é bastante, chat. Episódio 3 de resgate. Chama a polícia.
That little smile she had. How she was still sweet when life had tried so hard to make her bitter. It wasn't any of his business what she did in her trailer. But those strangers, the writer and his smart-ass sidekick, looked like trouble. And they'd been in there for hours, way past her normal bedtime. He reached for the phone and called the sheriff's station.
O Sr. Rodolph gostava de Rose, do seu pequeno sorriso, de como ela era doce, apesar de a vida ter se empenhado em torná-la uma pessoa amargurada. Não era da conta dele o que ela fazia no trailer, mas aqueles estranhos, o escritor e o comparsa espertalhão, não causaram uma boa impressão. Eles estavam há muito tempo, e já havia passado da hora em que ela costumava dormir. Ele pegou o telefone e ligou para a delegacia. Tá, então capaz de minha polícia pra cá, chat. Se tem algo pra cá, gente. Acho que não tem nada não, né? Vamos ligar o rádio.
Nights like this make me especially glad I'm here talking to you and not home in bed. Once the weather takes a turn like this, I can't sleep at all. Tangled bed sheets and dark thoughts, punctuated by the occasional plunge into nightmare. Is it just me? Well, perhaps it is. But I hope I can make the night a little bit easier to get through. Caller, you're on KBF FM. Hey, hi, it's Walt Snyder. What's on your mind, Walt? Well, I am the way you are, but, well, I can't sleep either, you know? I just been staring out the window here, trying to make sense of it all.
Ah, vai se matar. Não, tomara que não.
I ain't been drinking either, you know, I just... Well, you sound like a man with a problem, Walt.
Eita porra. Quase saiu o pulmão pra fora agora, chat. Fala coisa com coisa, miséria. É estranho, né, chat?
I was just outside looking up at the sky above our broadcast tower thinking the same thing. What are you waiting for, Walt? I don't know. You know, something's gonna happen. You know, I think I better go. Well, Walt, maybe... No, thanks, Pat. Well, good luck to you, Walt. Hang in there. Let's take a little break, folks. This weather's really something else, huh?
How can I be sure you'll walk away?
Estranho, hein, chat. Não tenho lanterna. Não tenho nada, chat. Só tenho uma garrafa de café. Chegou a polícia. Sabia que ia dar ruim. Mas eu não fiz nada.
This is Agent Nightingale, FBI. Get him up, Hemingway. You're under arrest. You move a muscle, I'll unload right in your goddamn face. Stay right where you are, Slane.
Porra. Ah, lembra? Tava escrito isso, chat? Lembra que tinha escrito isso? Eu lembro.
I hated to leave Barry behind, but there was no way I'd miss my appointment with the kidnapper.
A gente vai ter que fugir, eu acho, chat. Corre! Mano, nós tá muito fudido, cara. Nós tá... Meu amigo. Ai! Me! Gente, eu tô cansado, chat. Opa, tem algo lá na frente, hein? A presença obscura dorme.
The darkness that wore Barbara Jagger's skin slept fitfully in the dark place that was its home and prison. It was hungry and in pain. It dreamed of its nights of glory when the poet's writing had called it from the depths and given it a terrible taste of power and freedom. The rock stars had stirred it from the deep sleep the poet had sunk it back to in the end. When it sensed the writer on the ferry, it opened its eyes.
Por décadas, a escuridão que vestia a pele de Barbara Jagger dormiu inquietamente no lugar obscuro que era seu lar e prisão. Estava faminta e em agonia. Ela sonhava com as noites de glória em que as palavras do escritor a invocavam das profundezas e lhe davam uma amostra breve e terrível de poder e liberdade. As estrelas do rock a fizeram se revirar num sono profundo que o poeta lhe infligira no fim. Quando percebeu que o escritor estava na balsa, ela abriu os olhos. Ai. Ah, ok. Meu amigo, fugiu da polícia. Cacilda chat, o que deu ali? Será que eu vou lá, chat? Nossa, chat, algo me diz que não era pra vir pra cá, chat. Rose visitava pela presença obscura.
Didn't know how the strange old lady got in her trailer, and she looked wrong somehow. The woman showed her teeth in an approximation of a smile and traced a finger down Rose's cheek. Pretty girl, she said. Rose felt as if she was falling asleep, but her knees didn't buckle. The crone spoke in a whisper, her words ice cold and dark in Rose's ear.
Rose não sabia como a senhora misteriosa entrara em seu trailer. E parecia haver algo de errado com ela. A mulher mostrou os dentes ao esboçar um sorriso e traçou o rosto de Rose com o dedo. Moça bonita, ela disse. Você sentiu como se fosse adormecer, mas ainda continuava em pé. A velha sussurrou no ouvido de Rose. Suas palavras eram frias e sombrias. Meu amigo do céu. Só corre, velho. Calma, calma. Cansou, gente. Pera. Aí, descansa, vai. Tinha que ter um negocinho de estamina pro cara ter uma ideia, né, de como é que tá, né? Será que isso vai ser agora? Puta que pariu. O problema, chat. Meu amigo do céu. Caralho, matou todos os policiais. Aí a culpa vai cair tudo por...
This horror was everywhere I went, circling me. The cops didn't stand a chance. They were after a writer, not a monster.
Meu amigo, chat do céu, deu ruim pra nós. A gente vai... Olha só, gente. Ah. É isso aí, não fui eu, não. Ah. Avacalhando o chat. Ah, chat, estão colocando culpa na gente. Agora tem helicóptero de novo. Onde é que sai? Meu Deus, chat, eu entrei aqui, mas sem querer mesmo. Como é que nós vamos fugir daqui, chat? Putz, os corvos, chat. Meu espaço. Nossa, chat, deu ruim pros caras, velho. Ah, beleza. Agora foi culpa minha agora. Derrubar o helicóptero. Beleza. Fugir da polícia. Bom, da polícia eu já fugi, né? Ah, chat. Deu ruim, chat. Deu muito ruim pra nós. Tem algo pra gente que a gente tem que ver, eu não tô entendendo? Eu não sei se tem. Uma garrafinha de café e um rádio.
Speaking of which, that Fed had a pretty distinctive whiff of Otis Scotch about him, you know what I mean? Over. I don't have anything on that, Deputy Mulligan. Over. Well, whatever. Anyway, Rose is just being plain weird here. You better get Doc in to take a look at both. Over. Gotcha. You better get them here quickly. The Fed's gonna want to interview Wheeler. Over. Oh yeah, I bet he does. Looks like they have a lot in common. Mulligan out.
Bom, pegaram nosso amigo. Será que tem algo aqui?
I could see the lights of the radio station in the distance.
É esse aqui? Como é ali, né? Tá. Será que a gente vai ter que ir pra estação de rádio? Ah, resumindo, não tem nem lanterna, né, chat? Vamos fazer o quê? Dá no soco?
I imagined that the broadcast tower in the distance was part of the local radio station. Maine seemed like a decent guy. Perhaps he could give me directions to the coal mine.
Tá. Nossa, a gente vai ter que ir lá agora. Problema de ir lá, chat. Como é que nós vamos se defender? No princípio, a gente não tem nada.
Unnatural shadows clung to the gate. The darkness that was after me was trying to stop me. I wouldn't get through without a light.
Ah, isso aí já me deu uma baita pista, né? Uma garrafa de café.
There was no power to the searchlight.
Ah, tá. Nem vi... Nossa, já tinha nem visto isso aqui, tá? Passando energia. Beleza, destruímos o portão. Meu Deus do céu, a gente não tem nada pra tirar chat.
It took me a moment to recognize the flashbang grenades. They were an ideal weapon for my situation.
One, come in. Over. Team 1, this is Sheriff Breaker.
Sério que a gente só tem isso? R1 para arremessar uma granada de atolamento. Vou arremessar aonde, filho? fosse um papel aqui. Mano, fudeu. Toma. Flashbang. Não pegou os 3. E agora, chat? Eu vou ter que gastar uma granada com ele, sério mesmo? Nossa, pior que foi 2 granadas, né, chat? Toma.